Introducing the 2021-4 Schrödinger release. Let's take a look at some of the new features and enhancements. In Maestro, we see improved support for antibodies. Antibodies prepared with the protein preparation workflow via any of the antibody annotation schemes will now have the antibody regions tagged and displayed in the structure hierarchy. One can then easily examine and operate on the various antibody regions. The same antibody annotation schemes found in the protein preparation are also available as presets. And the full version of the antibody structure database is available through the release download page. Note that the reduced version, curated for good quality structures, will continue to ship with the Bioluminate download. In the ligand designer, users can optionally include a pre-aligned second receptor during the initial setup. For now, the second receptor can only be used as a visual aid for comparing the growth space differences with the primary receptor, which is still used for enumeration and docking. By default, magenta-colored growth space represents regions that are common in both binding sites, while the unique growth space for each receptor has its own colors, cyan and yellow. Minor usability improvements include collapsible UI components to support low DPI displays such as small laptop monitors, and new access points for display settings and MPO scoring. In the multiple sequence viewer, further improvements have been made to the annotation context menu. For example, now one can easily select the associated binding site residues for a given ligand. Amongst the various FEP Plus panels and workflows, if the option to automatically generate missing force field parameters is enabled, then additional controls for fine-tuning the force field builder jobs becomes available in the job settings dialog. And finally, we introduce the beta version of the new protein constant pH simulations panel based on the continuous constant pH MD method. This panel runs MD simulations on a protein over a range of pH values to generate pKa values for the titratable residues, currently limited to histidine, aspartic acid, and glutamic acid. The result is a set of titration curves for each titratable residue in the protein, and from these curves, the pKa value of the residue is extracted. These are just some of the highlights of the 2021-4 Schrödinger release. For the complete list and to learn more, please visit schrodinger.com/new features.